How's it going, everybody? Jody in here, and welcome back to Stormworks. And I am about to make my computer cry because I discovered, or rather I learned, that in Stormworks... Hold on, let me get a check here just to make sure there's nothing going on. Okay. In Stormworks, I knew that there was minerals and that kind of stuff. I was really excited when the fishing add-on came out because I was like, finally, there's something to do out in the ocean besides just rescuing people. We can build awesome commercial fishing boats and go out and fish, and we can buy locations and all that stuff. But I never realized how much more we actually had in this game. I also knew about minerals and I knew about oil from the earlier DLCs that had to do with the minerals and the oil, that kind of stuff. But what I didn't know is that there is oil out there in that ocean. I did not know that. I did not know that there were oil vendors that you could use. I thought when we talk about oil, I thought that this is... Whoop, no, I don't want to fast travel. When we talk about oil, I thought this is what we were talking about. There are... there's probably one somewhere around here. I'm not going to be able to find one here. Just look at these host locations. No. Right. Oh, yeah, here. No, this is an oil. This is an oil gantry. That's an already built one. But you can see right here, there's an oil data vendor here, where you can buy oil locations, which is what these things are. I went and bought a few before this video. So there's an oil deposit right here, but you notice there's nothing here. It's just out in the middle of the ocean. There's an oil deposit. So originally, my thought was, because I knew there was... I can't even find it now. No? I can't even find it now. Somewhere on this map, there's an actual oil rig location. Ah, here it is. So this is what I thought the oil deposit was in the ocean. There's this oil rig platform that's already in here. It's part of the map, and you can buy this location and build an oil rig here. And I did that, and I found out there was only like 500,000 units of oil there. And I was like, well, this is kind of a waste, because I'm barely gonna break even selling off this oil. So I was like, that's kind of a waste. It doesn't seem... And there's only this one location on the map that I'm aware of where you can do this, where you could buy the oil rig and, boom, drill for oil. So I got on a Reddit thread, and I was like, is this all that there is to oil drilling? This location here, plus the few that are on land, because I know there's a couple on land as well, like that guy there. So I knew there was a couple on land that have their own oil deposit locations, and they'll have platforms and whatever already built there. But I did not know that there are random, just out in the middle of the ocean, oil deposits. Just like there are fishing deposits. So you can go to a fish data vendor, you can buy a little fishing deposit, and a little fish will appear on the map. So as you can see, I went and bought a few of these, and I went back to the drawing board, and I've spent a few weeks on the drawing board, and... mind you, not constant. This was a few weeks, like an hour here, an hour there. Coming up with this design right here, and it might look familiar. This is actually converted from my rescue ship, which is I've got so many designs. This guy right here. This is my rescue ship right here. It has the ability of putting out fires. It's got hospital beds and whatnot. It's got a complete medical ward built into it. The dive bell on the back, helicopter pad. This here is a lifting platform. It can actually go under, but like it can lower into the water, close, and scoot, like lift boats right out of the water. The boats that are in distress, I can lift them right out of the water. It's got a huge gantry on it that I can use to raise things from the sea floor. And again, it's got firefighting capabilities on the front here, as well as a defense platform should it be needed. So this is my rescue vessel. This is one of my rescue vessels, and you can see how tall it is. It's quite tall. The pontoons are quite a bit down, and the pontoons are kind of square shaped. Well, they might be a little bit of a rectangle, but for the most part, they're kind of squared. They're kinda. So I took this original design. This is an original design from me. I built this from scratch, started off, and then I took this design and I said, you know what, this is a good oil rig platform. So I took it and I converted it, and that's what we see when I go up to here. We got this mobile oil rig. So you can see I lowered it down. I brought the center of gravity down because there's a lot of weight on top here. So I brought the center of gravity down. I made the pontoons taller, as you can see, so it's got more load-bearing capacity. The pontoons are much taller. And, of course, I built in the oil stuff. So there's no more... These rooms here are no longer medical wards. They have been converted to storage tanks for the slurry. I have a port tank and a starboard tank for slurry. And like I said, these have been increased in height. I have sectioned these off now, so each of them there's a ballast system, or not a ballast system, a bailing system. Should there be any flooding in any of these compartments, the system automatically kicks in and drains the water. And this bailing system is actually strong enough to keep up with a full flooding in this area. So I have each section has a bailing system. It's all tied in. Bailing system there, bailing system there. Each compartment has a bailing system, starting at the front. I also have the forward steering to help with steering. I took the rear off, so the ship can no longer go sideways. I can't thrust sideways anymore. It just helps with steering now because this thing is actually a pig to turn. Without that, it does not want to turn at all. The front is still the same cockpit design. I still have the firefighting equipment on this side. I still have the turret equipment on this side, on the front area. I have added structures to the platform. This is where the medical ward is now, on this side. Over on this side is a bunk cabin, basically. I haven't really put much detail into them. These are the storage tanks for the oil. There is 6 tanks. Each can hold, I think, 36,000, 35,000, something like that. So 35,000 times 6 is the storage capacity on the boat. However, that is just on the boat. It does have an offloading capability on the side here, so I can offload while I'm drilling to other boats. So if I can bring a freighter alongside here, or some other kind of fluid carrying boat on, I can bring it up to the side of this and hook up, pump the oil out, and then take it to market without leaving this, or without this leaving the actual oil field. Back here, both sides of the ship, I basically made the ship symmetrical on both sides because I wanted to keep from having an imbalance issue. So, speaking of, oh, and I remember there was something up front here I had to get rid of too. That guy right there. You're not supposed to be there. Okay. Anyway, so on the back section here, I have, these are the slurry tanks, the slurry cleaning system. And I have red, it goes from red, slurry comes into the red, gets filtered, goes into the orange, gets filtered, and then goes into the yellow, gets filtered, and then goes back into the slurry storage tanks. And like I said, that is one on each side, just to handle the slurry, make sure it's getting cleaned. The tower design is kind of unique. I've designed the tower so that the tower actually folds down, because if I stand up the tower, it will not fit in this build space. So I had to fold down the tower anyway. So I decided to use that folded down tower design as a loading design too. So I can just grab the pipes, put them in this little channel right here, and then load them onto the drill. and that's my loading system. How I load pipes onto the drill. Between that, the platform, the drill head here, the well head, or I should say the drill head. This is the rotation table, so it's at the head of the drill. No, it's not. Never mind. Just this is the rotation table. It clamps to the tower, so they become one unit when they're when the tower's raised up. They basically become one unit. They lock together. You can see this entire base here can be raised for traveling. Get the that gets the drill head. This is the actual drill head or well head. Gets it out of the water. You can see how low it hangs right now, but it can be raised. It can be raised up almost completely, so it's out of the water. And then at the back, I decided to keep the dive bell because I thought the dive bell would be useful for the oil rig. I can actually go down in the dive bell and see what's going on down there. So I figured the dive bell would be useful. I left it on. Although I do have to make sure it is connected properly because last time I did a trial with it, for some reason, the one winch didn't work. And I think it was disconnected. I don't know why it was disconnected, but I think it was disconnected. So I want to make sure the down is connected, and it is. Down is connected. Okay. And up is connected. And up is connected on all four. Yep, okay. Up and downs are connected. I don't know how this one got detached. Somehow it got detached. Yes, I know these two here aren't connected. They're not supposed to be. These are just being used as rotors, basically. They're not actually being powered or turned or anything. It's just they're just being used as basically bearings. Oh, and one thing in here was there is a button for, where is it? Moon pool doors right here. I'm not sure what that is. That goes up to here. That was back when I had this bell design inside a boat. I had a moon pool built onto the bottom of the boat, but I do not need the moon pool button. We're gonna get rid of that. Wait, what? Oh, I have symmetry turned on. Turn off symmetry. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the moon pool button because that's not needed on this boat. Oh, okay. So, I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally disconnect power to anything here by taking that out. I may have. I did not. Okay, perfect. All right, so looks like we're good to go. I'm assuming everything's going to be working. I hope. I've done a lot of trial and error with this ship, although the slurry system, the slurry cleaning system is new. I did have a slurry filter in the tank, but I found that it for some reason it clogged and would not flow. So I removed the slurry system from the tank, put it back here in its own little shed, shall we say? Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. The only thing I worry about is that I don't have enough water because I just have these tanks here for water. So I'm hoping that's gonna be enough. I may need to add a few more just to be on the safe side. Let's switch our symmetry mode back on. Let's add a few more water tanks just to be safe. I just don't want to run out of it. Oh wait, tank. Because with this slurry system, apparently you don't like need a water supply. You just basically cycle water through it. I don't exactly know how that works, but it does. Or at least it did on my oil rig platform. I could be way off base here. It worked on the oil rig platform, may not work on the boat, I don't know. So let's make sure we got fresh water in all these. Fresh water. Okay, so now we have 1, 5, and we have 9 water tanks. Hopefully that's going to be enough water to just run the filtering system. I don't know if you actually lose water over time. I don't know. It didn't seem to affect anything on the drill platform, like I said, and it basically had the same setup. It was three slurry filters being pumped through, and then the water was recycled. So here's to hoping. Anyway, let's get this thing going. This is where my computer is gonna cry, because as you can tell, it's already even in the editor, it's like, what are you doing to me? So yeah, 475,000, almost 476,000 for this beast. Oh, here we go. Wait for it. There it is. Performance warning. Yep. Come on, make it. Oh, did I make it? Did I make it? I made it. Yay! Alright. So we are on board this massive monstrosity of messiness. Industrial. It sure looks industrial. Okay. So, let's get... first thing we got to do is get the wellhead lifted so we can move the boat. So let's do that. We'll get the drilling platform lifted, which of course, like I said, it'll lift the... You can see this guy lift out of the water, so we can transport. We can transport it. And we are clear of the water. Alright, so the wellhead also has a couple of features on it. It's got a camera that looks down, as well as a laser distance sight on the wellhead there. It also has a camera that faces up, although where is it? I'm trying to find it. Oh, it's right there. The camera that faces up, and the camera that faces up is going to come in very useful when we're trying to bullseye our pipe into the wellhead. You can see I have the wellhead. I have kind of a cone built onto the top of the wellhead, or not a cone, an inverted cone, a funnel built onto the top of the wellhead. That's to kind of help try to guide the pipe in, because the pipe is not going to be going down straight on top of this wellhead. It will be a little off here and there. So the best thing to do is make it as easy as possible when trying to get that wellhead to or that pipe to go into the wellhead. Alright, so let's get into our cockpit, our bridge, our cab. Let's turn our power systems on. That'll start up our generators. Okay. We don't need nav lights. Well, we don't need lights. It's still daytime. One thing to note, I have turned off disasters. I am using a new save for this, in which I've turned off disasters. And the reason I've turned off disasters is because you can't get any frickin' oil drilling done if you got a tsunami hitting every 2 seconds. So, let's... oh, actually, you know what? Let's get to our map here and set a target. How about this one here? How about we go for this one here? There's a little island nearby. At least there'll be a little bit of scenery, maybe. I'm going to zoom in as far as I can, and then I'm going to put a waypoint directly on the deposit. Set waypoint, bam. So that's going to be as accurate as I can get as to where that oil deposit is. You can see how much better this thing turns when those front propellers are in the water. Alright. Lock on course, get a straight line here, basically, and we will turn on our cruise control so I can let go of the W key. And we'll hit high gear. Watch this. Rum rum! Thought it was going to jump right out of the water, didn't you? Oh, this thing's way too heavy for that. But it can go a good clip. I think it does about 23, maybe? 22 and a half, something like that. About 20, a little over 22. So, I mean, it's not sluggish by any means. But it does take a little bit to get there. So, while we're on our way there, let's get some Got our first pipes ready. So to load the pipe, you just basically pick it up and you put it on, put it over top onto the channel like so, and you drag her back, drop it into the pipe like so. Pipes like to lift you up in the air. Alright, and then back here we just got to make sure it's far enough ahead, which is roughly about there when you see the thing on, because it'll pop back a little bit. See how it popped back a little bit? So now she's lined up to be loaded. You can see it just raises up and locks it in like that. So that pipe's ready to go. And then on this side we got another setup, because like I said, I wanted to be symmetrical with this ship, so I did everything pretty much symmetrical. Oh, I forgot the slot on top of it. Well, not the slot, I forgot the little what do you call them? The little wedges, so that stuff stays in the slot. Forgot the wedges on this one, on this side. That's fine. It'll still function. Okay, so get this pipe ready over here. And right there. Lock it in. Beautiful. So it is ready to go as well. So I got 2 pipes loaded, ready to go. Just got to get to our destination. Get out to the oil field. See? Got a nice little glass roof. Didn't need one. Decided to put one on just in case the rain starts. Alright. Be nice if I had a button that could just teleport the whole ship instead of just teleporting yourself. I don't really have much more I could tell you here about this thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. Oh yeah, I got my anchors underneath here. These can cause a problem, or these can be a problem, and it looks like they're going to be a problem. Because of the way that clipping works. So with a well platform, you want it to be as stable as possible. So I put a lot of anchor points. I mean, the wellhead itself has got a gantry on it with four winches, so that's going to hold a lot of the boat. But I also have these guys here to help keep the boat from twisting and turning. They'll basically keep the boat straight and on target. The only problem is, like you can see, I got clipping happening here. This one's kind of turned sideways, just because they shouldn't be able to do that, but they do. You can see this one's clipped through, and so how many of these are actually going to lower when I click the lower button is anybody's guess. I'm gonna say the ones that look like they're wedged, like, yeah, that guy might drop. That one might. Ones that are really wedged, I don't think this guy's gonna drop. This one here. I don't think this guy's gonna drop. And this guy might. I think I'm gonna have a few here that failed to go down. That one there probably won't go down because it's like wedged in sideways now. So I'll have to fix those when I get on station. Once I get to my destination here. Unfortunately, the way the winches work is when they start off. I I should say when they spawn in, the cable's a little longer than when I designed it, so it gives it the leeway to move around a bit. And then once I put them down, if I bring them back up, they're not going to retract all the way into the housing. They'll still be hanging a little bit out of the pontoon. So that's, I don't know if that's worse or if that's better. At least they don't get stuck. But then you have all these weights dragging off the bottom of the pontoon. I was going to put them on the side of the pontoons, so they dropped out the side. But then I had a problem where they wouldn't drop out of the side. So, I mean, and I did at one point I had them off these pylons here, these pillars. I had them coming off of here, but again, they would get in the way or they wouldn't go down properly, and so since they're not going to work at all, I might as well set them up to be the best that they can, which is the way I got them right now. I'm gonna have to screw with them no matter which way I have them, so I might as well at least make them work if I gotta screw around with them. We're about halfway there. I wish I had a fast forward too, that would be nice. Oh, that one's having a good time. Look at that. See, I'm toggling the anchors, see what ones will drop, and so far none of them are dropping. But that could be due to my forward momentum here. Let me shut down just for a minute. Yeehaw! Here's what happens when you just cut the engines completely. Alright, let's see if they'll drop. Let's see how many of these will drop. Oh, that's surprising. They all dropped. Oh, nice. Now they're going to be dangling out a bit, but that's better because they're not going to get... They shouldn't get stuck when they're dangling out like that. They should just hug the bottom of the hull and stay there. Alright, let's... cruise control reactivated. And get our high speed back on. Yeah, they should just hang out like that now. They should just hang out like that now. They should be fine. And by the looks of it, they're not adding to the drag because there's no splashing. The splashing that happens around the pontoon here. There's no splashing down here, so... Looks like they're... I don't think they're adding to the drag too much. Or as much as the pontoons are. Alright, let's get to our target here. We got 1.9 kilometers. We are getting there. We are getting there. It's a beautiful sunny day. Generators are kicking. Batteries at full. Clipping along the water. What more could you want? Let there be water. Oh, this is the weapon side. I meant to go to the, I meant to go here. Oh. Oh, we're into the hundreds now. All right, let's shut her down. Let's shut her down. We're done having fun here. Alright, get ready to slam on the brakes. The high-speed drive and the cruise. You're just going to settle right in here, right above the target. Just like that. Close enough. Alright, so what I want to do first is I want to send my anchors down. Let's make sure they're all going. Yep, every single one of them. Awesome. Send the anchors down. Switch to our camera view here. Oh, nope, we're already looking down. Okay, lower our drill... No, not the drill tower. Drill base. Lower the drill base into position. Now, the problem with these anchors is they're going to go down, they're going to hit the bottom, and then the motor's going to turn off. The motor doesn't turn off right away. It turns off as soon as it detects that it's hit the bottom, which means there's a little bit of slack in the anchor lines. We kind of don't want that, and I'll show you how we get rid of that. It's deep here. Gotta keep an eye on this right here. Wow, we gotta go down 100. We got 130. 130 to the seafloor. Jesus. Are those winches even gonna reach? I don't even know if my winches are gonna reach. $130 to the seafloor. Okay, well, here we go. Oops. Sending down our wellhead. I'm guessing the winches hit the seafloor because they've, maybe they haven't? I don't know. Cables are dangling around pretty darn good. At least they look like they are. This might be too deep for us. Yeah, those anchors do not look secured. At all. Or are they? Maybe they are. Like I said, there's going to be some slack in the line, so that slack is going to reflect basically everything. Can't tell if they're lit up or if they're actually grabbed the bottom. They kind of look like they've grabbed the bottom, maybe? Oh yeah, they grabbed the bottom. Okay, and touchdown. We have touchdown, we have locked in. You can see the anchor right there is popped out. Okay, so now that we have the wellhead anchored, that is a long ways down. Jeez, I hope we got enough pipe. Because I got to go down another, probably like 30 to 50 below that even. So that's a lot of pipe I got to put down. Anyway, so we got the wellhead anchored. Now the trick is going to be to raise the wellhead, keep an eye on the boat. So you see how see how I brought the boat down? I sunk it a little bit with the wellhead anchor, because the wellhead anchor is tough. It is strong. So now what I do I go back to my regular anchors. I pulled the boat down with the wellhead anchor. So now I go to the regular anchors, bring them up a little bit. I want to bring them up far enough so that when I send them back down, it's going to have time to relax the jerk out of the line. Because when I stop them, they're going to kind of go up. They're going to still go up a little bit, and then they're going to kind of fall back down, and then they're going to sway. So I want to go up enough so that they have time to stop swaying before they hit the bottom again. So I get some nice solid anchors. Just listening for those motors to stop. Okay, so we should be anchored back down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the wellhead again. Oh, actually I could switch my camera so I'm looking up. I'm going to lower the wellhead again. What that's going to do is it's going to take tension off the wellhead cable and put tension back on these side cables. See how the side cables are now really tight? They're straight down. That's because I took the tension off of the wellhead cables and I put it back on the pontoon cables. Although the wellhead cables are a little slack, I don't want them slack. I want them taut as well, but I don't want them doing all the work. There we go. Maybe a little tighter. A little tiny bit. There we go. See, all the cables are tight now. So now we have a secure platform. It should not go anywhere. It should be solid. And we can get to drilling. Well, we can get to sending down pipe. We're not doing any drilling for a while. Alright, so in order to do this, what I have to do is I got to prepare everything. So I want the slider clamp turned on. That's this guy here. I want to turn that clamp on. I want to turn the rotary table clamp on. That's this guy here. That way when a pipe enters these, it'll automatically lock in. I need to put the drill head all the way up, make sure it's there, and turn the clamp on because I am about to hook a pipe up to it. So we'll come back here, make sure our pipe hasn't moved at all. No, we're good. Alright. Put her up into the load position. She locks in. Bring her back down. Okay. Pipe 1 ready to go. Send our tower up. There we go. And send our drill down. Send our pipe down. There, you just heard it clamp on that. And you clamped on that. So now I can actually release it from here and the pipe won't go anywhere. It'll stay locked in. I got two things holding it here. So that pipe's all the way down. We'll unlock it, send the head back up, and lower our stand back down. Get our second pipe going. That moved a little bit, I think. Let's fix that. It's got to come back a little ways, just a tiny bit. Right about there. Okay. Load position. That's locked in. Okay, pipe number 2, ready to go. As you can see, this ship would be great for 2 people. One person can be up here, one person can be back there. Because when this person up here is raising the tower and sending a pipe down, the other person can be loading up the next pipes. So we'll start sending that down. We'll be ready to latch. That locked those 2 pipes together. And we're sending her down. Alright. So now I'm going to come down here. I'm gonna set these up, these next 2. This is why I liked having that. This is why I liked having that lip that I got on the other side, because you can channel it better. Gotta remember to fix that. Right about there. Lock it in. Other side. Start on this end. Pipe up. Yep. Slot it. Yeah, da-da-da-da. In case you're wondering, each one of these pipes, I believe, is 10. So we got to go down 130. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1 from the other side. So we're all right there. We're all right to go down 130. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we should have plenty of pipe. Because I don't think the actual oil will be over 100 deeper once it hits the once you're actually start drilling. I don't think it'll go down to 100. So oh shit, did I turn that back on? Sometimes I forget to turn that back on. I did forget to turn that back on. See? This is why you need 2 people. One person should be back here loading pipe. The other person should be up there controlling the mechanism. Great ship for multiplayer. Alright. Get this pipe going. Alright. We'll head down. Lock together. And they're going. Oh, this one I can stand here because I got another pipe already loaded on this side. This 2-pipe setup actually makes it quite a bit easier, quite a bit faster, doing it this way than what it was with the 1-pipe. I had it at one point where I just had pipes on both sides, but I only had the loader on the one side. And this is way faster doing it with the 2. No. I only have to stop once now to load up more pipe, instead of stopping every single pipe. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, razor up. Alright. And send her down. Lock it. Some more pipe. Oh, don't screw around, you. Oh. Okay, that's one. And that'll be 2. Might be too far back. That's where they both are. Hopefully that's not too far back. We'll see. Okay. Detach pipe. Send her up. Flat. Do. Turn too soon. So this little light lights up when the pipes are aligned. So as soon as this light lights up, that's when you hit the link and unlink buttons. So you can lock the 2 pipes together. Like I said, this is going to be a process to send this down. I got to send down like 13 pipes before I even hit the wellhead. But this is making it a faster process for sure. I like my loading system here. It seems to work really well. You know what? I wonder if while I'm waiting for that to come back, if I load a pipe on this side while I'm waiting for that to come back, assuming I don't have a script like that, that might speed things up too. That seems like something I can do. That'll help if I just keep alternating. If I keep alternating, like while I'm waiting for the drill head to come back. Efficiency! Yay! 130 feet or 130 meters. That is a long distance. I am really hoping our pipe's not going to be way off when it gets down there. Because any little adjustment, even 1 degree adjustment up here, after like 130 feet, that's gonna be like that's gonna be like 10 feet of difference, or even maybe 2 or 3 feet of difference down there. That's gonna be a lot of difference to make up. So I don't know how this is gonna work. We'll see. When I originally tested this on another map, it was at a much lower location. I only had to put down I think maybe 5 or 6 pipe before I was starting to drill. So, which was nice because I had to continuously back to the workbench, fix the problem. Such a pain in the butt. Back to the workbench, fix the problem, come back, start drilling again, go back to the workbench, fix the problem. It was not what we'd say a fun troubleshooting session. Because like I said, there's no, to my knowledge, there's no just teleport your vessel to the target. But I mean, even if there was, I would still have to go through the process of drilling and sending a pipe down, and that's where the sufficient setup came from, having to do it so damn often during troubleshooting. Gotta keep checking for tsunamis. I did turn off. I flipped a few settings, and one of them was I made sure that this map was created without disasters, like I said, because tsunamis, they make doing this impossible. Even set to their maximum, which is an hour. Every single hour, like we're almost at an hour right now. We're at 49 minutes. So could you imagine? I'm at this point right here. I've got half a dozen pipes going down already, and then a tsunami comes. And you know for a fact that tsunami is going to rip this boat right off the well and send it up in the air flying, because tsunamis here are incredibly they're not even tsunamis as far as I'm concerned. They are rogue waves as far as I'm concerned. They are not tsunamis. They whoever designed this game, whoever designed Stormworks, I think got tsunamis and rogue waves mixed up. Because a tsunami, if you are out in the ocean and a tsunami comes by, you will probably not even notice it. It will go right under your boat, and you will have no clue it even happened. They are not massive waves out on the ocean. They only become massive waves close to shore. And even then, they're not really massive waves. It's just a hell of a lot of water rushing into shore. They're if you watch videos of tsunamis, you'll notice that they usually don't crest more than 5 or 6 feet. When they hit a landmass, or when they're flowing down a street or whatever, you see them in videos. They're never usually higher than the first floor, which is about 10 feet. So I don't know why tsunamis in this game are so ridiculously tall. Because that is not realistic at all. And for a game that tries to base itself on some kind of technical realism, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Same with tornadoes. I mean, tornadoes, yeah, they're a hell of a natural disaster, and they'll lift shit. But if this boat was anchored the way it's anchored right now, and a tornado hit, this boat would be fine. It would not go anywhere. There might be it might tear off roof panels or something, you know, but the boat's not going anywhere. I know, because I've seen tornadoes hit, and I've seen some well-anchored boats, and they haven't gone anywhere. They have not gone anywhere. They've been damaged severely, but they didn't go anywhere. They weren't lifted up off the ground and thrown, you know, hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air. They stayed put. They stayed put in the water. They were severely damaged, like I said, because of all the debris hitting them, and because they were pushed around and banged up against the docks and whatnot. But overall, they were not wrecked. As far as being thrown in the air, you know, hundreds of feet. Like, if I were to spawn a tornado here, this thing would get ripped off its anchors and thrown way up in the air. I know, because I've done it. I've seen it. I don't even know if the wellhead anchors would be enough to hold it down. Honestly, I don't. Okay, we're not seeing pipe yet. Not surprising. I have a sneaking suspicion one of these times I'm going to forget to link the pipe, and I'm just going to shoot. I'm going to send like the whole pipe down. Because once the pipe clears the boat, there's nothing else holding it. So if I forget to clamp the pipe, or if I forget to link the pipes together, that means I'm basically using one pipe to push down every pipe I've already pre-attached. Oh yeah, well, okay. This process is going to slow down quite a bit once the drilling starts, because it's gonna take a while to drill. Like right now, this drill head's just coming straight down, nice and smooth, as fast as it can go. But it is going to move at a snail's pace once we start actually drilling. Alright, so send her down. Clamp it. Cannot see the pipe. You know what? Let's fire up the lights. Because there are, with the lights comes some spotlights underneath. Under the deck. So they might help me see the pipe coming down a little better. You can see how the light shines. They might let me see the pipe better as it comes down. Who knows? Who knows? Alright. This guy slotted in. Oop. Oh. Yeah, I could just send this guy up. Well, that didn't work. Hit the wrong button. There you go. I hit the wrong button first. Alright. Okay. Linked. And going. Not quite seeing it yet. I'm gonna count the pipe that after I loose this one. We'll count the pipes and see what we got. Not including the two that are loaded and ready to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down 60 on this side. We're down 60 on this side. On this side we are down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're down 90 right now. So this is going to be, this will be 100. This will set us at 100 feet of pipe. I'm guessing that's feet. I don't know. Maybe it's meters. I don't know. And it was 130 to the seafloor. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost to the point where we're going to start drilling. That actually didn't take as long as I thought. It was like, what, 15 minutes? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I should start to see the wellhead here somewhere. Or the drill pipe, I should say, not the wellhead. Unless that's... Oh. I think I just saw it. I think I just saw it over here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so it is getting close. Alright. It is getting close. I went on the wrong side. Now, that's why I like to have that guard. So it doesn't pop out like that. Okay, since we're here, I'll just load up the next one anyways. Okay, so that'll be the pipe that puts us at 130. Or no, we're at what, 100 right now? So yeah, 10, 20, 30. So this will be our 130 pipe. So, and we're not actually gonna be, we're gonna be 130 when we drill, or about 130 when we drill, but we're gonna actually hit the wellhead probably around 120. Because it is a tall wellhead. You can see how tall it is. So it's about a pipe in length as far as how tall it is. So the next pipe we should actually reach the wellhead. And that's when we're going to have to do our messing around to make sure she's lined up. Then the pipe after that is going to be our drill pipe, or starting to drill pipe. So there's our pipe coming down. Right there. And it looks like it's pretty close to being on target. Pretty close. It's going to hit the edge, I think, here, and then slot down in. Which is exactly why I built that funnel on the top. So it looks like we're going to be good. So this next pipe here is the one we're going to have to be cautious with, because it's going to be the one that actually finds the hole on the top of the wellhead. Okay, so I want to be able to see the screen while I'm doing this. Alright. Move it down a little bit. Make sure these latch. Okay, we got locked. We're locked in. Oh shit, I don't mean to. Build swings back here. Oh, we're on the outside. We gotta kind of time this right. This is why I got the camera on there. Oh, shit! I think I was close there. That was close. Oh, no, I went up too high, I think. Oh, that was so close. There, go, 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 go. Oh, I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. Okay, so now to get me down, I'm gonna start spinning it. There we go. Oh, but I'm on the camera. I'm on the camera, damn it. Okay, I gotta raise it just a tiny bit. Off the camera. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I think we're slotted. I think we're slotted. Okay, let's drill head down. We're slotted. Oh, yep, yep, we're definitely slotted. Because it starts acting up like that when it's actually slotted. Okay, slurry pump's on. Let's see if she'll start drilling. There we go! We're drilling! We are drilling. We're drilling pretty damn good, too. Alright. I want to wait until this settles, because there's a lot of pressure on this. So if I don't wait until this number settles, it could the pipe could actually pop back up when I release it. So I want to watch this until this settles out, like it's just settling out. Okay, so she settled out now. You can see it's going up and down, which is the actual boat movement. It's not the drill bit movement. Okay, so now what we do: slurry pump off, detach, raise it up, and then we do this just like we do normally. The reason I turn the slurry pump off is because I've been having trouble with the slurry, and I often wonder if it's because I leave the pumps on and air gets in the line or something. I don't know. I do have like air relief all over the place, but I do believe that. See, I got air relief right here on the tower, but I do believe there's somehow that air gets in the line, and eventually the slurry stops pouring. So I just turn that off while it's sitting here, and then once I'm drilling again, I'll turn it back on. or once I got the pipe connected. See how it wobbles around like crazy? This is the problem you have on a boat. It wobbles around like crazy. So you kind of have to catch them when the light comes on. Alright, so now we turn the slurry pumps back on, and we send her drilling again. There we go, we are drilling again. So while we're drilling, we'll get the next set of pipes loaded up here. And we'll know we hit oil because there'll be like an explosion that happens. So it'll sound like an explosion. It'll sound like the world's coming to a frickin' end. Oil will spray everywhere, even though I've got a sealed system. But interestingly enough, the oil that sprays everywhere does not cause an oil spill, so it is what it is. Alright, we are down 4 meters and still going. This is what I mean when I say it slows down. You can see we are drilling really slow now. Compared to the way we were drilling. I want to check some things here. Make sure we got some slurry moving through the lines. We do. It's moving at 13. That is good. Slurry moving through the lines here. Good. Okay. That may not completely be slurry. You can see it's moving at 26 here, but it's only moving at 13 over here. That I believe is there's additional. Oh, that's because I split the line. Never mind. Sorry. But I also have relief valves here, letting air out of the line. So if there's any air in the line, it's going to come out here, and that'll let through liquid there. So this is how everything travels. By the way, I have 3 hoses hooked up to the tower. So the fluid port's down here and the fluid port's up here. That's how I link the tower to the base. I didn't want to run fluid through rotors or anything like that. So, and I needed 3 lines. So I just decided to do a setup like this, and it actually works good. And I actually think it looks good too. And it'll flex with the tower. See, I got vents on the tower there. I got vents up there and there, trying to solve the fluid backup problem that I was having. When I was having it, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that I'm not having that issue anymore. We got 13 here, 13 here, so slurry is flowing nicely. How's our water flowing? 4. Yeah, it's moving. We got movement there, movement there. These tanks, are they empty? Tank contents. No, they're not going empty, so that's good. Well, some of them are. Some of them are a little empty, but as long as they don't completely run out of water, it should be fine. We've got water in, water out. Slurry's going through the filters. So I'm doing a triple slurry clean because I discovered on a Reddit thread that these slurry filters are not that good. They don't completely clean. So what I do is I bring the slurry in on this dark blue line here. Goes through the first one. And it comes out down here, gets pumped up into the second one. It comes out of the second one, goes up, gets pumped up through the third one, and then hopefully by the end of the third one we're back to pure water, or pure slurry I should say. And it gets pumped out here back into the slurry tanks. And the slurry, you see the pumps here. And then the slurry tanks, we got access to the slurry tanks on the side here. And we should be able to see the slurry coming pouring back in. Yep. So you can see the slurry pouring back into the tank. It's getting sucked out the bottom, flows back in on the top. That's an air pressure as well as these. These are air pressure. For some reason, if you tell a tank to fill at the start, the tank, the way that it seems to work, I have a fluid fill thing in here. and I set it to fill half the tank. And apparently the way that works is it doesn't spawn with the fluid. What happens is the ship spawns, and then the fluid spawns. So you actually get a huge overpressure in your tanks. If I remember to show at the end of this video, I'll show it at the end of this video. But as soon as this boat spawns in, before the pressure valves have a chance to completely depressurize the tanks or get them to 0 atmospheric pressure, I will open this, and what you will see is there will be enough air to launch me as high as that tower. There will be enough air come out of here, or gas come out of here, that it will push me. I will levitate as high as that tower. I've already run into that several times now. So yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing. Is our drill down at the bottom? Our drill has hit the bottom. Awesome. Let's get swapped out. We're down at 11, which is nice. Okay, slurry pumps off. Off. Bring it up. Flip it and get our next pipe loaded. Okay, so we've got 3 left on this side. We've got, what, 4 left on this side? 3 left on this side. 4 left on this side. Okay. I love the sound of the drill table. That tick, tick, tick noise. Kind of a fun noise. I mean, they could have made honestly they could have made it sound so much worse. So I'm kind of glad they went with that nice gentle tick noise. So speaking of the drill table, I got the 2 motors for it. I have medium electric motors running it. In case anybody was wondering how that table operates. Lock the pipes. Slurry pump on. Get her going. Drill down. So you can, it's kind of cute. You can see the bounce of the boat in the drill. You see the drill comes down a little bit and then stops, and then comes down a little bit and then stops, and then comes down a little bit. That's the boat action. That's the actual action of the boat, bobbing up and down in the waves a little bit. Did I stop time? Oh, I did stop time. I didn't want to stop time. I did want to override weather, but I didn't want to stop time. I was like, why is it not nightfall? I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this boat at night yet. After putting all the lights on it. I've yet to see this boat at night. I wasn't really thinking when I put these on. I figured these would be up there, but they're not. They're down here. I was like, oh yeah, these will light up this area nicely because they'll be nice and high and they'll light up that. No, they're on the floor. I should have mounted them off the side of the railing up there. All right, so how's the slurry going on this other side? Because this other side's got its own slurry system. Same setup. Water in, slurry out. Awesome, slurry's moving. Okay, that's what I want to see. Slurry tank on this side. Flowing, nice. Okay. So in here, I decided to put a couple of beds. You know, I might move these beds closer together. Or, you know what, I might build some cabinets on the wall here between the beds. If I build cabinets on the wall between the beds here, I can put like some equipment in the cabinets. And then maybe over here I can put like a low table or something, or not a table, a low cabinet there, or maybe over here I'll put maybe a desk here with a chair. Maybe. Maybe. In here I've got patient seating, as well as 2 bio beds and some medical equipment. Not sure what else to put in here for the medical chamber. We're at 20 feet. 20 feet, 20 meters, I don't know. Are these in feet or meters? I'm willing to bet these are in meters. Those look like 10-meter long poles. I don't think they're 10 feet. 10 feet would only be a little longer, or a little taller than a person. But I'm willing to bet those are meters. Alright, let's keep an eye on our number here and make sure it settles out. There it is. Okay. Off. You up. And back on. Alright. This is going beautifully. So I think once I got this pipe on, we'll go down and take a look at the wellhead. Assuming my diving bell is back to working. Should be. It should be back to working. Okay, so we'll get this back up. There we go. Put this down a little. A little more. Lock them together. And start drilling. Slurry pump on. Okay. Let's go see the drill head. And elevator go down. Lights on. I should have put the door on the back side and the window on the front. There's our drill pipe. You can see it coming down. Long son of a gun. Can't see the wellhead yet. We got a little ways to go, I think. Down in the deep. Oh, is that a wellhead? No, that's an anchor. That's the anchor set. 2 anchors for the front, 2 anchors for the middle, and then the 2 anchors for the rear are going to be like right beside us. Where is the wellhead? Oh, there's the wellhead. There's the wellhead. So you can see the funnel I made on the top, the funnel shape, to catch the pipe. And we are coming in for a landing. Kaboom! We're down. Wait, are we down? Not down. We're still hanging a little bit. Now we're down. Okay. So as you can see, these anchors don't... Hey, fishy! So as you can see, the anchors don't necessarily completely grab. There's usually like 1 or 2 mags that don't get to touch the ground. So that's a loss of some grip there. But you can see the anchor points on the wellhead are just ridiculous. they're huge. And another fish. So yeah, there's the wellhead. I could get out of this, but I don't really see a purpose of getting out of it. You can see the laser's still on, the laser depth range. That's as long as the anchors are active, that laser's on. Which, I mean, I should have it maybe set so that when the anchor's active, the laser's on, unless it's anchored, which would be easy to complete. I would just need to use an and with a not. So I'd run the is it connected through the not, and then so it would only, the laser would only be on. The laser would only be on if it was not connected. Anyway, elevator go up. And away we go. So now you've seen the seafloor where the drill is. You can see the pipe going all the way down. All the way down to the wellhead. Do, 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 do. I like the drill pipe. Looks pretty cool. It's like you look at it and you go, I did that. That is my effort right there. Again, it would be nice if I had the big windows on that side. I might consider doing that. Eventually. There's the boat. Oh, there's at least the pontoon. You know what? I should also put a glass roof on this thing, maybe. So I can see up. There's the pontoon. And our spotlights. Turn off our exterior lights. On the dive bell. And we are back up. Huzzah! Just like that. And of course our drill was all the way down, because that took a little while. Alright, slurry pump off. Drill clamp off. Send the drill back up. Lower the tower. So the best part about this thing is that it's reusable. Once I finish drilling this location and pull all the oil out of it, all I got to do is pull up my pipes and move on to the next location. I don't have to waste my build, basically, because it can be used at the next destination just as easy as it can be used at this destination. And I have a feeling bringing up the pipes is going to be a lot easier than sending them down, because I don't have to load them in the slots or anything like that. I just take them off and let them fall to the deck. Bring the pipe up, release it, let it fall to the deck, no problem. And then I get to load them onto the pipe racks. That might be the hard part, is load them onto the pipe racks. Because you got to be pretty damn near perfect when you line those up to get them to go back on the racks proper. Oh shit! Push it down too far? Nope. There we go. Oh shit! I just hit oil. I just hit oil at 32. Nice. Alright. You know what? I'm going to set this guy down anyways. Let's turn on the slurry pump and send him down anyways. Because I don't like having the well all the way up there, the drill all the way up there. So we'll send it anyways. That's awesome. Get it at 32. This little oil effect is going to go off for a little while. So what I can actually do now is turn my oil pump on, and we should just start pumping oil. Although I don't know, I might have to wait until I turn the slurry stuff off. You know what? I'll wait until this pipe is all the way down, and then we'll adjust it. we'll switch gears, basically. Actually, you know what? 30. Where did we hit oil? 32? And we're at 35 right now? That might be a good spot. We'll just, we'll shut her down right there. Okay, slurry pumps off. Drill table off. Okay. And let's turn on our oil pump. Oil pump is running. We should start to see some numbers going up. There we go. We're pumping oil. Now this doesn't look like it's pumping very fast, but you got to remember this is happening on all 12 tanks. All 12 tanks are going up at the same time. So when this one hits 100, that's actually 1,200 that's been pumped. So it's pumping a lot faster than it looks. So we already have 1,200 on board, and probably in another 10 seconds, but not even, maybe another 2 seconds, we're gonna have 2,400 on board. And there's 2,400 right there. So we are pumping oil. Of course, if I were playing normal with disasters turned on, this would be where I get hit by a tsunami that rips the whole shit apart. But we are playing with a little more realism, where disasters only happen like once a year. At least tsunami disasters only happen like once a year. So as you can see, there's what I meant. I have this rotor there. The rotor at the base here is powered, and those two are not, because I just needed them to basically act as bearings for the pumping system. Very rudimentary pumping system. I think I first saw a pumping system like this when, oh man, it was a water pump. I remember it being a water pump out at a camp. They had a setup like this. Little electric motor, and that's all it did. It rotated a counterbalance weight, and that pumped the water. That was for their well. That was their well water. It basically worked just like that. Just like that. It was an old hand pump that they converted to an electric pump. So I figured, why not? Why not use that design? Since you had to move that, we got to move that shaft anyways. I was going to use a piston on it, but then I thought, piston's going to take a long time. And then I thought, well, maybe I can use like the linear track, just have it go positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And that probably would have worked too, but this just seems more efficient, doing it this way. There are a few ways you can do it, but it just seemed more efficient to do the rotary kind of pump. So, not much to do now, except just wait for the tanks to fill. And they are filling fast. they are filling really fast. I mean, like I said, it doesn't look like it, but you got to factor this is times 12. So when we hit 1,000 here, that's actually 12,000 has been pumped on board. Because each tank has its own gauge. I didn't think of I did think of doing a combined gauge, but I wanted a gauge on each tank. to show what was in that specific tank. And there's 12,000. We got 12,000 loaded. Now, the one thing I haven't seen yet is what happens when these tanks are full. I don't know what is going to happen when these tanks are full. I don't know if this boat's going to still float. I don't know if this boat's going to go top heavy and flip over. I have no idea what's going to happen when these hit 12,000, or when these hit full. These tanks are full, because that is a lot. That is a lot of fluid that's going to be up on this deck. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. Do the math here. What 36, 250. Sorry, I'm actually writing this out the old-fashioned way. 36, 250. Okay, that's gonna be 435,000. So on the way to being 500,000 gallons or liters or whatever the number is they use. Almost 500,000. I'm just trying to think of what we can do here in the meantime while these fill up. Because that's pretty much all there is now, is to just sit and wait. This is the boring part of oil rigging. Is once you're at the oil and pumping, there's basically nothing to do but sit and wait for the tanks to fill. Yeah. I could go do some missions. I think I'm, or, you know what? I think I might have forgot to put I may have forgot to put if I put a loading block on here, it would be here. I'm pretty sure I forgot to put one on. That's the turret seat controller. I am damn sure I forgot to put. Yeah, so I can't even. That's a cool view. But yeah, I forgot to put a load block on, so I can't even leave here and go do some missions and come back, because nothing will happen. It won't do anything. It will unload basically, because there's no load block. So that's kind of shitty. the sound of the water just slooshing around. Oh, I can unload this pipe and put it back. Maybe. Because like I said, it's not the easiest task to do. You have to get both ends lined up perfect. And I mean perfect. Look, it still won't grab. You have to actually get them lined up perfect. So what happens if I could probably answer my own question. If I put that up and this at the same time, they're going to collide, right? Yep. Because they both put the pipe in the same location. But I need to put that wedge on this side. Totally forgot to do that. And slurry has stopped. Water tanks. Empty. Must be in the... Oh, they're probably in the slurry filter. Water's probably in the slurry filter. Anyway, I don't know how much longer I'm going to record here, just you know. We're already at 3,500 in the tanks, roughly. You see the tanks filling. The red bar is actually the fill level of the tanks, and the gauge is accurate. So when the red bar is at the top, they are full. So as you can see, they are filling. Tanks are filling. How is the ship doing? That's the question. It's pulled down a little bit, but that's because of the anchor lines. But it doesn't look like it's going down any further yet. It looks like it's still actually trying to go up. The lines have not gotten slack at all. They are still pretty strong and tight. Or are they getting some slack? Or is that because of the wellhead? Lower the wellhead a little bit, see if those tighten up. And now the wellhead ones are loose. And these guys are still a little loose. Maybe she is sinking a little bit from the weight. Guys look like they're hey, maybe not. Maybe they're tight. Hard to tell at night. Pull these tight again. Tiny bit more. There we go. A tiny bit more. There we go. Okay. So we got strain in some of these lines, but we got looseness in other lines. Kind of weird. So there is our mobile oil rig platform. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Took a lot of work, like I said, took a lot of trial and error, tons of trial and error, to get the damn thing to do what I wanted it to. And you can see the laser light from the rangefinder. Yeah, it took a lot of effort. A lot of effort to get this sucker done. And like I said, I'm still not sure how its performance is going to be when the tanks are full. That remains to be seen. So once these Once these guys are full... Wait, why is this only at 28? Wasn't the back at 30 something? 40 something. Why are we filling up faster back here than up there? 41. 44. 39. 37. 35. 33. Why are we filling up so much faster at the back? The back is filling up before the front. Distance? No, it can't be distance because this pipe's here, so that should be filling. This one should be filling fastest if it's distance, and then this one. So why is this one filling first? That's going to be a problem because my boat is going to be off balance. What are you at? You're only at 23. What is 25? 26. 28. This side's opposite. 30. 22. 22. What is... Why? That's weird. I would think I would have an even fill here because I have them all... They're all hooked up the same. I mean, I don't have 6 different pipes over here. I got one pipe. Feeding all of them. So I would think it would split it between them all. That's kind of weird. Goes up to 100 and then shoots back down to 0. Huh. I do have pressure relief right here. There's no air coming through the line. It's all fluid. Weird. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this because the way that this boat's filling unevenly. I might have to build in some kind of equalization system. Some way to equalize the tanks. Whether that could include just a flow valve between each tank. Like a fluid port there, and then a pipe between them, just so they'll equalize out. At least I think that'll let them equalize out. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if you actually need a pump. I don't know if you need a pump or whether it'll just naturally equal out. Seems like something I need to consider. If she gets too full on the back and not full enough on the front, she's definitely going to sag on the back. She's going to start to sag down lower on the back than on the front. Actually, it already is. Look at that. Well, maybe. Sagging a little bit on the back. Yeah, definitely a little bit lower on the back than the front. But the good thing is, the center of the ship is actually here on this tank, right here. So The back tank's filling first isn't really that big of a deal, I don't think, because the front tanks, there's 3 front tanks, and there's 2 back tanks. So I'm guessing if the back tanks fill a little faster than the front, it's actually not a bad thing. That might actually cause it to level out. Because we'll have 3 tanks to add up for the weight on the front side, whereas there's only 2 tanks to add up for the weight on the back side. Side to side, we're going to have an issue, but with this design, side to side doesn't really matter. It's a pretty stable side to side platform. That pontoon can handle a lot of weight. So everything's looking good as far as the boat's sitting. Got quite a bit of oil going here. So I mean, I guess I don't have to keep you guys. For those of you dieharders who are still hanging out, I guess I don't have to keep you really. Although I'm trying to figure out why it's still night. Like, what the hell? Daytime seemed to go by so fast. There we go, we're back to daytime. Daytime seemed to go by so fast, and the night is lasting forever. Alright, so you know what? I'm at the point now where screwing around is going to be a thing. So for you dieharders who are still here, first of all, thank you. And second of all, let's have some fun with some disasters. I'm not going to take this stuff to sell. This was just a kind of a demonstration, whatever. And I can easily test these by just spawning. I can spawn the ship in with them fully loaded, so I don't really need to fill them up right now to test them. So let's do some wacky things. First, let's spawn our favorite thing. We love tsunamis. Let's spawn a tsunami and see what actually happens. This should be interesting. Because I am very securely anchored. Very securely anchored. So I don't know if the tsunami is going to be able to pick me up off the bottom. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it is going to take a minute for it to get to us, so I am going to re-secure my anchors. Re-secure my anchors. Okay. I'm going to re-tighten the cables. Okay, well, you can see how all the cables are flopping around right now. That means that this is actually the current floating height. Oh, there's the tsunami. This is the current floating height of this boat. So I'm going to pull these center guys taut again. I'm gonna pull these center guys nice and tight again, in anticipation of this tsunami that's coming. Big ass, fucking unrealistic, beyond belief sized wave. We'll see what happens here. See if I can get my anchor set before she hits. Do I get my lines tight? There we go. They're a little more snug now. They're a little more snug now. Oh boy. Seat cover! Strap ourselves in! Oh, why am I doing this? Come on, anchors. You can do it. Actually, I think the regular anchors are going to go away right away, but the wellhead anchor... I think the wellhead anchor is going to hold me. Here we go. Oh, right over. That tsunami is nothing. This boat is just staying put. That is amazing. We are now a submarine. Okay, so it seems I don't have to worry about tsunamis. This boat just shrugs them right off. I'm good with that. We have shrugged off the tsunami. Alright. We're still pumping. I love it. Okay, let's kill the tsunami. I don't think I will be able to handle the side loading from a whirlpool. Especially since if I spawn a whirlpool, I believe it spawns it directly under me. So that would not be something that I would be able to survive. How about a tornado, though? A meteor would come down directly on my head, so that wouldn't really work either. So how about a tornado? Let's see what happens with a tornado. It's going to spawn directly above me too, but I might be able to hold still. The regular anchors would not hold me in a tornado. However, they might be able to keep me from turning. They might be enough to keep me from turning, as the main anchors keep me from flying up in the air. Oh, she's starting to tilt. She's starting to tilt. She's starting to tilt. Uh-oh. I think I'm losing anchors. I've definitely lost my oil pipe. Look at my pipe. Oh, Jesus. I lost a couple anchors. I didn't lose the main well. Oh, the main well just snapped. Or maybe it didn't. I don't know what happened. The main well's still connected. I think the pipe snapped. It's a tornado we cannot survive. Oh my god. Look at the fucking mess. The pipe. Oh my god, she is just rolling. Okay, let's get to the tornado. Wow, she is, Jesus. Look at the pipe. the pipe is like all attached. I think that's what's causing the boat to spin right now. It doesn't know what to do with the pipe. I think I lost the I haven't lost the lines. Or have I? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with the... See, I've still got the 4 lines going down to the wellhead. They're still attached. And the tornado, the wind from the tornado is basically given up now. I think the problem right now is with physics. The pipe is busted. It's like through the hull. And those lines, I don't think it knows what to do with those lines. I would laugh to see if we're still pumping oil. But the physics right now is so screwed up. Like, I think the boat is currently trying to climb on the pipe. It's the pipe. Yeah, look at how long the pipe is. We still got like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of pipe here trying to do their something. Trying to do whatever they're doing. I don't know what it's doing. It's doing it. It's like completely busted right out of the ground. The pipe is causing the roll. I'll guarantee the pipe is causing the roll. The anchors have released, of course, except for the wellhead anchors. Those are still attached, which could be the reason we keep rolling back over. Is the wellhead anchors are trying to keep it upside right while the pipe is trying to flip it upside down. Oh, jeez! I got an anchor inside. Whee! There is no standing up. The room is spinning. I have a feeling I'm going to end up outside in a minute. I'm just going to pass through one of these walls. If I can't get back to a passenger seat. Get in the seat. Get in the seat. Get in the seat. Get in the seat. This is life now. Yeah, that pipe is fucked. It doesn't know what to do. We're still anchored, but the pipe just doesn't know what to do. Trying to get to the passenger seat by the door. There we go. Cannot open the door. The physics of the boat are so screwed up I can't even open the door. Oh my god. This is insane. So that's what happens with a tornado. If a tornado hits your oil rig. Oh god, look at the look at that. Look at the drill at the top now. Oh god. It's just gone. Ah. I should have stayed in the cabin. I should have stayed in the cockpit. If I was in the cockpit, at least I could shut down the generators maybe and force it to run out of fuel force it to run out of battery power. But I can't do anything from this from the medical room here. Where's the stars? Where's the stars? They coming? They coming? I can't see the stars in the sky yet. Oh, oh, there they are. There they are. They're coming. Where's the big one? Oh, the big one. I think the big one's coming straight at me. Oh, the big one's coming straight at me. Oh! Direct hit. Oh, shit. That was a direct hit. Look at all the ropes. But I'm still tied to the ground. I'm still anchored. I don't know how it's possible that I'm still anchored, but I am. That was ground zero, man. Look at the bowl. Look at the tsunami wave bowl. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this. Get this door open, which I doubt. Come on! Can you get over to the door? Come on! Trying to get to that door, it's impossible. Although that magnet's going to end up pushing me out the friggin' wall soon. Oh, I think I'm out. I think have I been pushed out the wall yet? Pretty close. Ah. Oh. I'm through the roof again. Come on, magnet, fuck off. Get in the passenger seat. Trying to get anywhere right now. There we go. Back in the passenger seat. Fuck you, man. Move to the next passenger seat. Nope. There we go. Next passenger seat. Okay. Nope. Keeps throwing me back against the outside wall. It's like I'm fucking stuck on that magnet or something. It's like the magnet's got me pinned to the wall. Ah, you stupid magnet. No, if I can get a hold of that cable and get that magnet to release, then it would stop fucking around in here. Let me get a hold of the cable. like stuck in a wall. I can't even get into the biobeds. Oh, there we go. I got into the medical bed. Okay. No! Stay out of the damn corner with the friggin' magnet. There, I grabbed you, you bastard. Why can't I disconnect your cable? Ah! Cable too long to detach. Well then. Can I open the door at least? Nope, still can't open the door. Still stuck inside. Well, there's nothing I can do. Oh, Jesus, look at this. There's parts over here, parts over there. All the parts are moving independently. Alright, back to the workbench we go. That was kind of fun. I wish I would have been able to get out of that, but that was kind of interesting. Anyway, we'll spawn it here, and I'm going to show you now. Oh, lag. Back to the workbench. Take her back to the workbench for a second. Okay. Physics, are you back with me? Spawn it. Are you serious? Oh, God. I spawned inside the boat because the boat didn't spawn fast enough. Try it again. Alright. Go. Ha! Made it. Alright. So now, this is the hatch I was talking about. See? I had to open it. Whee! Then it just blows you into the air. Because I'm pretty sure what happens, like I said, I'm pretty sure what happens is it spawns the tank for it spawns the object first, and then it spawns the fluid. So the air doesn't have a chance to escape before the fluid spawns. That could be an issue if you're talking about enclosed systems. That could be an issue. That could be a really big issue. Because you're going to have tanks like these guys. I do have pressure release valves on the roof of these guys. It's hard to see from down here. But I do have it built in. I have air pressure valves on the on the roof of these guys. At least I think I do. Do I? Should. You know what? I don't. I thought I had air pressure relief valve. I got no pressure relief valves on any of these tanks. Oh my God! What am I doing? There's no. Oh, no. That's the drain at the bottom. I got the drain at the bottom. I got the fill at the top. I have no air pressure release in here. Well, shit. That's got to change. These guys need pressure valves. Okay, and the easiest way to do that is to just do this. You do a fluid port. It's a regular old fluid port. Because we're dealing with air pressure, we don't really have to worry about overpressure. Because we don't have to realize or worry about pumping it, I should say. Because what's going to happen is it'll pump itself. So we want a gas relief valve with air pressure or even fluid pressure. It'll pump itself. And then we want a port. Just a regular fluid port end, like so. And there we go. Now we have air equalization on our tanks, on our storage tank, or our oil tanks. But because I used the fluid thing, because I used where's that? Clear content, reset, grid, up over. Because I, come on English. What are the words I'm trying to use here? Because I'm not spawning anything in the tank, there's no initial pressure. So I didn't actually run into that problem. However, that could be the reason why they weren't filling all equally, because some of them might have been building up more pressure than others. Physics engine could have been going like, what the hell? Some of them were building up pressure, others weren't building up pressure because it couldn't calculate it, or I don't know. I don't know half the things that this game does. I try not to figure it out because it'll just make my head hurt. So what we'll do now is we'll just copy this. Copy. And we'll drop it on all the other tanks. That way all of our tanks will be, excuse me, valved. We'll have pressure relief valves on them. I was worried about pressure in the tanks, I was worried about pressure in the lines, forgot about pressure in the tanks. Well, except for the slurry tanks. I've had pressure relief on the slurry tanks since day one, basically. Although, there may not have been pressure in these tanks, now that I think about it, because the output flow valves do have pressure relief on them. Excuse me. These guys down here, these are the output lines from the tanks. They don't have valves on them. These ones, they don't have valves on them. So the air pressure could technically come out those lines and be vented here. Technically. Whether or not that would work or that would actually happen is another thing altogether. But could it? Yes. Is it logical? Yes. So we'll just merge these guys together, and now we have pressure relief on all of our fluid tanks. Okay. So that's where I'm going to leave this. Proof of concept. It works. It works. It pumps. It fills. It stays anchored for the most part. So yeah, I'll turn this around eventually. So it's the opposite direction. I'll just rotate the whole section of the ship probably. I'll probably just grab the whole thing and turn it 180 degrees. So you'll enter from the back. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit long, and I know there were sections of the video that were just like basically nothing happening. I do apologize for that. That is oil drilling in Stormworks. At one point you hit a point where it's like, we're pumping oil now, and there's nothing much to do except wait for the tanks to fill. But other than that, I'm really happy with the way the system worked. We didn't run into any problems with slurry pumping. We didn't run into any problems with setting up the pipes or loading on the pipes. That went really smooth. That went actually smoother than I thought it was going to go. I thought it would be a little bit more hectic than that, but she went pretty smooth. Especially with the two sides. It went really, really smooth. So I'm happy with the system and the way that the system's working. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to save this. I may upload it to the workshop eventually once I make sure all the bugs are out of it, and once I do a little more touch-ups to these front office or these front buildings. Like I said, I want to put a desk in here and maybe some equipment tables or some equipment shelving. And then on the medical side, I want to maybe do a little more there. See if I could put something over there, maybe a coffee table or something like that. You know, just maybe a computer, a fake computer for the doctor or whatever, like I did in my fishing boat. So yeah, once I do these a little more, once I do a little more work to these front rooms, I'll do a ballast test. I'll fill these tanks, see if it'll float. Hopefully it'll float. If not, I'm gonna have to evaluate either the pontoon size. I could always make the pontoons bigger, but I'll have to reevaluate either the pontoon size or how many tanks I have on top here, depending on how she floats. But anyways, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you everybody for watching. Again, apologize for a little bit of dull areas that, just standing around doing nothing. But, again, that's part of the process of oil drilling. So, thank you for watching. This is Jodian signing off. I will see you guys next time. Take care and have a great day.